Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Hiba, and here on my channel I discuss recent missing person cases. If you're into that type of content, go ahead and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. By the way, I'm almost at 3,000 subscribers. I think I'm right around 2,900, so shout out to all of you who have subscribed, I appreciate it so much. Today I want to talk about Jill Sidebotham and her daughter Lydia Hansen. Jill is 28 years old and her daughter Lydia is 2. The two are missing from Maine. Technically, another person is also missing with them, and that person is 38-year-old Nick Hansen. Nick is Jill's ex-boyfriend and Lydia's father. However, some people believe that Nick may actually be the one preventing Jill and Lydia from returning home, and you'll understand why in a minute. On June 27, 2022, Nick randomly showed up at Jill's home to ask her and Lydia to go on a camping trip with him. At this time, Jill is living with her parents, Ron and Cotty. So when Nick unexpectedly showed up, Cotty was there to witness the interaction. Cotty urged Jill not to go because of the issues with Nick in the past, which I'll discuss more later. Jill, however, said it would be fine, and her, Lydia, and Nick all left together to go camping. I believe they left in and are still traveling in a 2005 silver Jetta with Maine license plates that read 1563VJ. So the 27th, the day that this all occurred, was a Monday. Jill and Lydia were supposed to be back 3 days later on the 30th. However, that never happened, and as we know, they still haven't returned. This is especially alarming because Jill has a 10-year-old son who she has custody of on weekends, and she had plans with him that weekend, but she never showed back up to meet him. According to everyone who knows her, this is completely unlike Jill to just up and leave, especially because she adores her son. Not only that, but Jill had plans for the 4th of July weekend with the kids and with her current fiancé, a man named Corey Alexander. Jill and Corey have been dating for over 3 years, I believe. They started dating while she was pregnant with Lydia, so it seems like he's really been there since the very start. A lot of questions have been raised about their relationship though, and about the timeline of things. Why would Jill willingly leave with Nick if she has a fiancé? And did Corey know about this camping trip? According to Corey, he had no idea about this trip. He was at work at the time that Nick showed up and later found out from Jill's sister that she was missing. In regards to why Jill left with Nick, obviously we don't have a definitive answer. However, I do have some ideas. Like I said, Cotty was urging Jill not to go. The reason for this is because Nick has a past of being violent with Jill and with others. A little over a year ago, Nick broke into Jill's parents' home, which if you recall, that's where she's been staying. Her fiancé, Corey, was also there at the time. After breaking into the home, Nick then tried to attack Corey with a hammer. Their daughter Lydia was in the room at the time and would have been only about a year old. Following this whole incident, an order of protection had been put in place against Nick. However, it had expired prior to their disappearance. Also, since Lydia was in the room during the time of the attacks, Nick lost access to visitations with her without supervision. So it's clear why Cotty wouldn't want Jill to leave with Nick. But why did she? Well, I think there are several possibilities. We have to keep in mind that Nick is Lydia's father. Maybe Jill wanted him in his daughter's life and was afraid to let Lydia go on her own. She probably doesn't want to just hand Lydia off to Nick by herself, so she agreed to go too. Maybe she told herself that this would just be a 2 or 3 day thing and that everything would be fine, and so she agreed to go. I think another possibility for why Jill left with Nick is out of fear. We know that Nick has attacked people in her life before, like her fiancé only a year earlier. If her mom, Cotty, was urging her not to go and then she refused to go, could Nick get mad and then as a result attack her mom? Who's to say he wouldn't? If Jill was fearful of this and knowing that it was just her and her mom at home, she could have just agreed to go to keep the peace. Again, telling herself and figuring that it would just be a few days, she agreed to go and then left. There are also rumors that Nick and Jill have been communicating again, so it's possible that this trip was planned between the two of them. However, if this is the case, I don't believe that Jill intended to be gone for this long. She told her family that she would be back by a certain date. She also didn't take many items with her, including her medication. She also has a 2-year-old with her. I can't imagine it's easy being out in the woods in the summer heat with limited access to diapers and wipes and even food and so on. We do have some other dates and details in this case, and I'll share those now. Jill's phone has been off since June 28th, so the day after she left with Nick. Nick's phone was shut off the day after on June 29th. That same day, there was a confirmed sighting of them at Angel Falls. Apparently, a couple saw them and they spoke to each other, and Nick said that they were planning a summer-long trip. Remember, at this point, they were expected to return by the following day, June 30th. The last confirmed sighting of the trio was 2 days after their expected return on July 2nd, and it was at a Walmart in Mexico, Maine. Jill, Lydia, and Nick were all spotted, and everything appeared to be normal. According to investigators, Jill was purchasing food with cash. According to family and friends, Jill always paid with cash. She didn't even have a bank account, so this wasn't out of the norm for her. However, it does make you question whether she is willingly staying away from home. But if that is the case, why does it seem like the two are on the run or in hiding? Why are they staying in the woods, for example? People just want to know that they're okay. It's not like they're wanted or like they're running from the law or something. To me, this just reinforces the idea that Jill isn't choosing to willingly stay away from home or from her loved ones. Also, it's easy to say that Jill could have ran off or asked for help while in a public place like Walmart. However, many people in abusive situations don't know how to get out or how to ask for help, even in public places. It's not always that easy, especially when there's a child involved. We also know that Nick was acting strangely leading up to the disappearance. He stopped showing up to work randomly after June 17th. At the time, he was living with his boss. So when he showed back up randomly on June 23rd, his boss told him that he needed to find somewhere else to go. We also know that he recently lost custody rights to his other 2 children, though I'm not sure of the details of that. To me, Nick's behavior is unsettling. It seems like he's unstable, leaving his job and his housing situation all of a sudden. He's acting erratically and even showed up to Jill's house randomly. It doesn't seem like he's in his right state of mind. Also, as I was about to record this video, his sister made this post. Please don't share this with my information. I truly hope they are found safe. However, I don't trust that Nick is sane right now. I'm his oldest sister and have custody of his older kids. He was recently served with his termination of parental rights, and I'm afraid he's gone off the deep end. I feel like Sanford PD did not take me seriously. It goes without saying that this is all very concerning. However, according to Sanford PD, this isn't necessarily a criminal investigation. They just want to know that everyone involved is okay. But as more time goes on without word from Jill or even from Nick, the more concerned everyone grows. Like I said, the last confirmed sighting was over 2 weeks ago now. I find it hard to believe that they'd be able to stay off the grid for so long, especially with a toddler. At the end of the day, regardless of whether Jill willingly chose to leave or not, something is not right. In my opinion, even if she's choosing to stay away for this long, something is still not right. No one in their right state of mind would up and leave their family and their plans to go on an extended camping trip with their former abuser. Jill and Lydia's family are desperate to bring them back home. They really could be anywhere by now, so be sure to get their faces and their story out there. Jill has blonde and faded pink hair and blue eyes. She is 5'4" and weighs 125 pounds. Lydia has blonde hair and blue eyes. She is 2 feet tall. Nick has black hair and is balding. He is 5'8" and weighs 150 pounds. If you have any information, the number for you to call will be down in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching this the whole way through and for listening to Jill and Lydia's story. I hope to see you in my next one.